It does, yes. Thank you. Well, welcome to you all again. It's gone 2:00, and so we're making a start. And can we start with the apologies for absence today, please?
Yep, I've had apologies for absence from Councillor Young. Councillor Kumar is here as a substitute for Councillor Young, and Councillor Ball will be with us virtually. Here he is. And we've got Councillor Midder present. And I need to get that screen turned on. Hang on.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And declarations of interest. That is a pecuniary interest, it says there. Anybody who has pecuniary interest? No? None. All right. And moving on to item number 3, urgent matters. I understand there are no urgent matters unless you want to raise any. No? Okay. Minutes of the previous meeting, and that was held, I think, in September 2021. And I'm the only one present here today who was present in that meeting. So, would you agree with me that we accept the minutes as correct record of that meeting? Okay, all right. Okay. So that's minutes out of the way, and we come now to the substantive items of civic honors. And we've got a report, I think, which has been circulated to you. But Sam is going to summarize and present it to us for this meeting.
I am, Chair. I am, Chair. Thank you. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to go and get that screen turned on so we can see the virtual participants. Sorry.
Okay.
You want to see my pretty face?
Right.
You can see my pretty face now, can you?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, members. Gone off again. Sorry. In May last year, we refreshed our criteria for civic honours. It was agreed at the council meeting in May at the annual meeting. And in summary, we updated the language of the titles that were being awarded to make them more inclusive by being gender neutral. For Freedom of the Borough, we gave some additional clarity around who should be given this award. For the honorary older status, we clarified we would also consider nominating ex-councillors who didn't necessarily meet the 4 election term criteria, but had given eminent services to the borough nonetheless. And links to both of those refreshed policies were in your agenda document pack, so I won't go into great detail of that, but they are there, they're available, and hopefully you've read them. Since the meeting, we launched a public call for nominations in December from the public, which the details of which can be found on the council's website, again, link in the agenda pack. This call for nominations is still open as we speak. So one of the things the committee might want to think about today is to whether they want to decide a cut-off date for the end of the nomination period, and then we can do a final push for nominations from the public as a result of deciding the date when the nominations will close. And the idea is that once we have a long list of nominations, a sift will take place, and then a short list is presented to this committee at a future meeting. The committee can then make a recommendation to council on making the actual award of Freedom of the Borough. So this relates to Freedom of the Borough nominations, not the honorary order ones. There may be some nominees that have provided excellent service to the borough, but don't quite hit the sort of high level that we'd want for, obviously it's all very good service, but the exceptional amount of service that we would expect to give somebody Freedom of the Borough. And that is where the Mayor's Award comes in. So you'll notice in your agenda packs, there is a draft criteria for a Mayor's Award that I'm asking the committee to agree today. And, welcome any comments on that, and hopefully we can get that approved. And the idea is that when we do the shortlisting as a committee, anyone who doesn't quite make make the exceptional level we'd want for a Freedom of the Borough Award, but we want to recognise as to providing something to our community and our residents anyway, will be put forward for a Mayor's Award. And there may also be some who've been nominated who we think have carried out work of national significance, and we want to ensure that's recognised at the appropriate level. And if that's the case, if we pick up anyone who's been nominated on that side of things, then we will have a think about putting them forward through the national honour system. The next step policy on the Mayor's Award today are close the nominations once we've agreed a date, initial sift of the nominations to come up with a shortlist, a Civic Honours Committee meeting to make a decision on nominations for the Mayor's Award, Freedom of the Borough, and any national honours if applicable, and then a council meeting to actually formally make the award. The idea is that'll be quite a short meeting to do the formalities of actually doing it, because we have to have a special meeting to actually make the award of Freedom of the Borough. And then we'll have an award ceremony in the summer where we will have a bit more freedom to hold it how we want and where we want, in order to really celebrate our local heroes who are going to be given Freedom of the Borough. So I think that summarises the Civic Honours in regards to Freedom of the Borough, Mayor's Award and National Honours. So I will, I don't know, does the leader want to say anything or no? Okay, I'm happy to hand it over to the committee to discuss then. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Now, I've read the Mayor's Award criteria, and I think it covers, what you're looking for.
Yeah, more generally too, I think the revamp of the old committee, it's quite a welcome step. I mean, we had a sort of BTN-PC ad hoc rate, but there's a very comprehensive arrangement covering not only Freedom of the Borough, order status, Mayor's Award as an addition, and also honouring citizens in terms of street naming and building naming. It's really comprehensive in that sense. I think it's a much more, and also the addition of the deputy lieutenant, the representative lieutenant, who has huge experience in this area. So I think it's a welcome step and rationalizes all the arrangements. So that's quite a positive way forward in terms of reflecting our priorities, also in terms of thriving communities. So thank you, Sam, for your presentation.
Totally agree, Chair. Thank you.
Yeah. We will now, I think we need to, if you go back to the first page of the agenda, supposed to approve the Mayor's Award criteria and only note the recommendations in item 5. So let me put to you first the Mayor's criteria, which was sent to you as an appendix. Do you agree with this criteria?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So that's
Agreed.
That's it. And do we note the rest of the matters mentioned in this paper, agenda item 5?
Noted.
That's going quite quickly. So I got a cup of tea or coffee in 10 minutes. And then we now move to a private session of the committee. So I think, how do we technically do that, Sam?
Session.